Bendy and the Dark Revival is the long-awaited sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine, announced in 2019. Although not much has been seen from the game over the past few years, the developers have released a number of screenshots teasing the game. So today, let's take a look back at every bit of Bendy and the Dark Revival news so far in 2022. This year there have been 3 new screenshots released for Bendy and the Dark Revival. One actually coming from Bendy's merch store, showing off the improved graphics and details for the new installment. A few months ago, the Bendy and the Ink Machine merch store was updated to display this screenshot with the text, "We will return when the Dark Revival begins." Now, something I've noticed about most of the screenshots we've seen so far for Bendy and the Dark Revival is the reoccurrence of the Butcher Gang. They are depicted in most of the posters, and immediately even confirmed that there would be a 4th member added to the Butcher Gang in this game. I think this definitely hints towards the Butcher Gang at least getting some sort of origin story in this chapter, or playing a lot bigger role than they did in Bendy and the Ink Machine. The door in the photo is also labeled Main Studio, so we can infer that this will probably be near the beginning of the game. We can also see a box on the side of the wall labeled Battery Refill. This indicates that Audrey is probably going to have to use some sort of weapon that requires power, and we will be able to recharge it here. Now, I've seen a few people point out online that there seems to be chunks of a broken down wall around this image, and it seems like the Main Studio door is actually hidden behind a broken down wall. Now, what's interesting about this is that a few months ago, the Meatly actually posted on his Twitter a GIF of a physics simulation of a Bendy and the Ink Machine looking wall being destroyed with the caption, "The Bendy team is adding lots of awesome little bits to make Bendy and the Dark Revival exciting and very interactive." So, I think all of this goes to show that breaking down walls to get to different parts of the game may play a big role in Bendy and the Dark Revival. This screenshot was revealed on February 10th for Bendy's 5th anniversary in a tweet reading, "Be drawn to fear." The image shows the entrance for the research wing of the studio with "The Pit" drawn over it. Now, let's actually think about the name The Pit for a second. Because if you remember all the way back to Bendy Chapter 4, there was this one section where he had to cross this giant inky chasm in the ground, which leads to a giant inky pit. So, could this possibly hint towards something similar appearing in Bendy and the Dark Revival? And a sign saying top-level security badges required. There's also a sign next to the entrance that says Deep 6 level badge required beyond this point. So it appears that Bendy and the Dark Revival is going to have some sort of security clearance system where you need higher level security badges to gain access to different parts of the game. I wonder where they could have gotten that idea from. Okay, next screenshot. This one was revealed on April 14th, which is an important day in Bendy lore because, the Meatly told everyone it was. And this one reads, "There is a party in your honor. Let's hope you survive." This image shows a regal-looking banquet with a fancy table and chairs. There's also plates serving what looks like ink-filled donuts. Ink poisoning, very delicious. And a record player. Now, a lot of people online have said that this image could be indicative of the return of Sammy Lawrence, as evidenced by the tall candles which were only found in the original game, in the area where Sammy Lawrence resided in Chapter 2, and of course, the music player, as Sammy was the leader of the music department. Even the more elegant-looking chair at the head of the table calls back to the throne from Chapter 5, and could possibly be reserved for Sammy's god, the Ink Demon. And this is some sort of shrine to Bendy. But then again, of course, the only character we know who would build such a shrine is Sammy Lawrence, as he'd seemed to worship Bendy in Chapter 2. Probably the most significant piece of evidence for Sammy's connection with this image is the Meatly retweeting it and using the phrase, "Can I get an amen?" which we know is Sammy Lawrence's sort of catchphrase that was used a lot in the 2nd chapter. So, when exactly is this game coming out? And do any of the screenshots here give us any sort of a time frame as to the release date? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know. No one seems to know. The Meatly keeps saying stuff like, "Oh my gosh, guys, we're so close to the release. I cannot wait for you guys to see this game, and just a tiny bit more work needs to be on it." And yeah, he's been saying that for like 2 years now, so I don't know what's up. So yeah, see you in 2074 for the release of Bendy and the Dark Revival. I'm going to be a 106-year-old man. I will see you then. So that was just a way quicker, kind of just little news video. I haven't done those in like a long time, I've kind of focused on doing like bigger, kind of more bunched together videos, which is killing my channel, I feel like. So I may return to this. I may return to just doing this, like these quick little news videos, you know, where I just talk about like one or two little bits of news. I don't know. Tell me what you think of that. It could be kind of based. I'm not sure. But look, man, I gotta keep making content. I gotta keep releasing it, because if I don't, like, we're never gonna hit 8.1 million subscribers, and that, after all, is the goal. So anyway, why don't you go down there? Why don't you, you know, hit up that engagement, that watch time, comment section, subscribe, and all that stuff I pretend not to care about and spend hours looking at in the analytics tab. And goodbye. See you in the next video.